Aegir, the god of the sea. Besides Niord and Mimir, who were both ocean divinities, the one representing the sea near the coast, and the other the primeval ocean whence all things were supposed to have sprung, the northern races recognized another sea ruler called Aegir, or Helene, who dwelt either in the cool depths of his liquid realm, or had his abode on the island of Lesso, in the Kattegat, or Helese. Beneath the watery dome, with crystalline splendor, in radiant grandeur, upreared the sea god's home, more dazzling than foam of the waves, ere glimmered and gleamed through deep caves. The glistening sands of its floor, like some placid lake, rippled o'er. Valhalla by J.C. Jones. Aegir, or the sea, like his brothers Kari, or the air, and Loki, fire, is supposed to have belonged to an older dynasty of the gods, for he ranked neither with the Aesir, the Vanas, the giants, dwarves, or elves, but was considered omnipotent within his realm. He was supposed to occasion and quiet the great tempests which swept over the deep, and was generally represented as a gaunt old man, with long white beard and hair, and claw-like fingers, ever clutching convulsively, as though he longed to have all things within his grasp. Whenever he appeared above the waves, it was only to pursue and overturn vessels, and to greedily drag them to the bottom of the sea, a vocation in which he was thought to take fiendish delight. The goddess Ran. Aegir was married with his sister, the goddess Ran, whose name means robber, and who was as cruel, greedy, and insatiable as her husband. Her favorite pastime was to lurk near dangerous rocks, whither she enticed mariners, and there spread her net, her most prized possession, when, having entangled the men in its meshes, and broken their vessels on jagged cliffs, she would calmly draw them down into her cheerless realm. In the deep-sea caves by the sounding shore, in the dashing waves, when the wild storms roar, in her cold green bowers, in the northern fjords, she lurks and she glowers, she grasps and she hoards, and she spreads her strong net for her prey. Story of Siegfried by Baldwin. Ran was considered the goddess of death for all who perished at sea, and the northern nations fancied that she entertained the drowned in her coral caves, where her couches were spread to receive them, and where the mead flowed freely as in Valhalla. The goddess was further supposed to have a great affection for gold, which was called the flame of the sea, and was used to illuminate her halls. This belief originated with the sailors, and sprang from the striking phosphorescent gleam of the waves. To win Ran's good graces, the Northmen were careful to hide some gold about them whenever any special danger threatened them on the sea. Gold on sweetheart ramblings, powerful is and pleasant. Who goes empty-handed down to see blue Ran? Cold her kisses strike, and fleeting her embraces. But we ocean's bride be, troth with purest gold. Viking Tales of the North by R.B. Anderson. So those were the god of the sea and the goddess Ran, the first sections of chapter 20 of Myths of the Norsemen by Helene A Guerber, Aegir. I will be working my way through this book section by section, and if there are any other public domain books that you would like for me to read, please leave a comment below. Did you enjoy this video? Then subscribe for more, and be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely evening.